Net, final seconds tick down, and that'll count. An empty net goal for Leo Komarov with .9 to go, makes it 4-1 Toronto.
Oh, and a nice finishing nail in the coffin by Leo Komarov, winning the game for us 4-1. Nice job. Okay, wait. 1 second, guys. I think Calgary is challenging this for a second. Give us a second.
Komarov gets his third of the season, assuming the officials don't see something that we didn't. But you're right, Kelly. Looked onside from that high replay.
And there it is there. Shows it nice.
On Thursday, 4-1, your final score. Toronto kicks off a Western Canada road trip with a 3-goal victory at Scotiabank Saddledome.
Okay, it's over? Okay, nice. Now that we all know that the Leafs won, we can finally fucking move on and get in the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Mac here. I just wanted to say sorry that me and Woody haven't been as active as of late. Now that school's back, we're getting hit pretty hard with assignments. Missed a couple weeks because of a school strike and all that. So it's just kind of picking up really quickly. Time is not as readily available. We're going to do our best to try to release as much content as we can. Just bear with us. Let's go back a little bit, back to the Leafs versus Carolina Hurricanes. If you saw my most recent video, I had my buddy Matt on. We talked about our predictions for the game, what we think's going to happen, who's going to win, all that shit. You know, close predictions. We both predicted we would win. Obviously, that was the outcome. Fucking right. We needed that 2 points, especially against Carolina. We lost in the first game around. Needed that comeback victory the second time we ran into them. So that was good to get that. I predicted a 5-3 victory. We took a 5-4. It was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. A little too close for comfort, but we still pulled it off. We got the 5 goals like I thought we would. You know, after that drought where we were only scoring 1 or 2 goals a game against like Arizona and then Florida and all that shit, we were finally bound to get this big blowout scoring game, and we finally got it. 5 goals. Knew it would happen. Let's just make a few comments about it. Obviously, without Anderson, we wouldn't have been able to pull out that victory. He may have led in 4, but Carolina was coming on to us hard. So he just managed to squeeze that by, all thanks to him. Going forward, let's skip forward a little. I don't want to talk too in detail about that one game. I want to kind of get a few games in here. So let's move forward. Back-to-back nights against Washington. Disappointing loss, 4-2, but to be expected. I mean, a back-to-back game. We have McElhinney in net, Polak's being substituted in, Martin's being substituted in, Moore's being substituted in. So Levo, Shosh, and Carrick, I believe, were scratched for that night. All 3 prominent players that contributed quite a bit to our victory with Carolina. Levo scoring a beautiful goal in that game. Don't know why he got scratched when he was probably one of our better players in the Carolina game. But I mean, maybe this is to be expected until Bozak, Komarov, and some of those other guys might find a new home. It might just be a position battle for Levo for this season, and Shoshkanov, all those guys. We'll see if they get played more in the season. Hopefully they do. I'm really enjoying Levo's play. He's been doing great so far this season. We went back to the Washington game. It was kind of expected that we were going to lose. McElhinney's in net against Washington, a high-scoring team. It's going to be hard for him. Our guys are tired. I know Washington was on a back-to-back, but they're an older, more well-developed team. They've been together for a bit. They've kind of grinded it out, and I feel like they're a little more conditioned for stretches like that, where the Leafs younger guys are going to lose their gas a little more. Might not keep their composure as well as like the Washington team with their veteran status. But either way, we kept it closer than I thought, 4-2. I mean, it was pretty much all Washington until the third period, going 3-0 into the third. You can't really expect the Leafs to come back and win that game at that point. Like, if you want to win that game, they got to be participating first period, second period, and third period. And that was one thing that's in question lately is the Leafs' inconsistency. Like, if they can bring a full game effort, they're going to win every time against any team. Like, when you see them play in their maximum effort and they play like 1-2 periods, they're dominating those periods. But they have this thing where they either like coming out slow, where they're weak in the first period, the second period, and they come out strong in the third, or it's complete opposite. They're a strong first period, and then as the game goes on, it's like they get weaker. I don't understand what this weird dynamic is with the Leafs, but they definitely need to fix whatever it is. and kind of get this more consistent basis going where they're playing hard every period because they'll win a lot more games. But anyway, you know what, whatever, they made a good effort. Kept it 3-2, last 10 seconds. Ovi scored his hat-trick goal, empty netter. Good for him. Good to see him get another hat-trick. He's obviously trying to get another scoring title. Hopefully he can get another 50 goals this year. It'd be nice to see him. You know, that's like a generational score we get to watch, witness. He's making history. Cool to see him do that. Anyway, moving on. Another loss by the Leafs, sadly. But we made it up last night against the Calgary Flames. One thing I wanted to just maybe re-point out with my intros, what was the point of that, like, 0.9 seconds, you're losing 4-1, and you do a challenge to see if it's offside? Like, maybe Calgary just wanted to be a dick and just be like, oh, well, fuck you, Babcock, like, you know, one last little chirp before they fucking skate off the ice, because, I mean, even if they got reversed, they're still down 3-1 with 1 fucking second. Like, what difference is that going to make in the game? But, you know, whatever. Again, I think maybe it was Calgary was just wanted to be a dick and just be like, fuck you, like, we're not going to go down that easy. Otherwise, great solid game by the Leafs. Anderson again, just fucking beautiful goaltending by him. I believe in the last 9 games, he's been fucking killing it stats-wise, like 1.63 goals against average, something like that. He's holding us in there, leaving a goal or 2 a game, so good to see from him because we need that kind of play. I mean, people were trash-talking early in the season. Last year, he was fucking really slow in October. So it's not surprising to me to be seeing him doing this hot in November because this is exactly what happened last year. And now hopefully he can keep this trend and help carrying our team to some wins. He's the one reason why we sometimes pick up 2 points tonight, just because of Anderson. So keep it coming, haters. I don't give a fuck. Anderson doesn't give a fuck. Leaf Nation doesn't give a fuck. Anderson is a starting goaltender. He's one of the best in the league. And he's stealing games for us some nights. All right, continuing on. One player I'm concerned about, Matthews. What's going on with him? Ever since his injury, when he's come back, you know, he's still playing good. He's still making some plays here and there, but there's way more turnovers I'm seeing. He didn't register a shot on net last night. First time ever in his career. We won 104 games with a shot on net. Didn't get one last night. You know, he hasn't been scoring as much. He's been picking up assists here and there, but I've been finding his play's just been a lot weaker. He's turning over the puck more. He's making mistakes that Matthews just normally does not make. So I don't know if it's a confidence thing, if his injury is still troubling him or what, but something needs to happen there. He needs a push in the right direction to get back on his Austin Matthews path because he's not playing Austin Matthews hockey right now. So I'm a little concerned about him. I think he's going to get his swing back. Just who knows when, you know, that momentum's going to come his way. Moving forward, really, really liking the play of Kadri this year. $4.5 million. He's fucking killing it. He's like our top scorer behind Matthews, I believe. You know, putting up quite hefty stats so far this year. And we only got him locked at $4.5 million. He's less than Morgan Riley. So I'm loving his play. He's having a breakout year. And I think he's only going to get better. I'm very excited to see Kadri doing this well, and I hope he keeps up this play. He's been playing fantastic, both offensively and defensively. He's been doing great. Loving the body contact he's been making, the intensity he's bringing to the game. He's still drawing those penalties, and he knows how to fucking snipe a puck. You know, one player I was kind of concerned about going into the game against the Flames is Johnny Gaudreau, Johnny Hockey. You know, he's killing it this year. I think he has 34 points on the season, something crazy like that. He's only behind Stamkos, I believe. I think he's between the Stamkos-Kucherov duo right now, or is tied with Kucherov, something like that. So that just shows how hot he's playing since, you know, all the talk's been about Stamkos and Kucherov. Has anyone been fucking paying attention to Gaudreau? He's been killing it this year. And a big threat. I was worried about this game. We managed to fend him off and hold him off. Even Monahan's been playing great. But we managed to hold off their offensive guns and pull out a nice hefty 4-1 victory. We definitely fucking needed those 2 points. And let's hope that we can carry that momentum going forward into our next game. So speaking of our next game, me and Woody are going to have a bit of a rivalry on Thursday night. Edmonton Oilers and Toronto Maple Leafs going at it. And we'll see who comes out the victor. You know, Austin Matthews, hopefully he can get out of this fucking little, you know, jib he's in and get his groove back on against McDavid. And, you know, hopefully McDavid just doesn't come to play that night because, you know, I want the Leafs to win. And if McDavid is hot, we're going down. Last year, Kadri-McDavid matchup, we did really well with that. So that might be Babcock's strategy going into the game on Thursday. Get that Kadri-McDavid matchup going again. You could definitely tell Kadri knows how to antagonize the youngster. But, you know, fast forward a year, McDavid's got a little more maturity. Maybe he can fend him off, you know, more strength. He's older, he's growing. So it might be a little bit more of a time for McDavid to come back and show him, like, fuck you. But it's going to be interesting going into that. I honestly think that the Leafs can beat Edmonton in this game. No offense, Woody, but we're looking a lot better this year compared to them. Oilers, as of late, have needed a lot of something to get them in a groove. They haven't been consistent at all. Talbot's been brutal. Their offense hasn't been too strong. And if they carry those problems into that game on Thursday, Leafs are definitely going to take advantage of them. And the thing is, the Leafs, they might be on a road trip, but they're coming off a hot win against the Flames, and they're going into the Oil. So we'll see how that game goes, but I think the Leafs are going to be hungry going into this game. They're going to want to continue that streak, especially a road win streak. And Oil, they're going to be angry, obviously, with their most recent play, and they're going to need to get these 2 points. So it's going to be a highly competitive game. I still think the Leafs are going to take it. It's probably going to be quite a high-scoring game. I'm going to say Leafs win it 6-4. You know, if I lose, then Woody can take off the bag, and he can throw some chirps at me. If not, then I guess Baghead's staying around a little longer, and Mac gets a couple more chirps to throw at Woody. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think about the recent play by the Leafs and the upcoming game. What do you think about the Leafs versus Edmonton? What are your predictions? Are you on my side? Are you on Woody's side? Who do you think's going to win, and who do you think's going to get the last chirp on this one? I don't like the outro, so I'm gonna do a new one. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Leafs play as of recently, and what do you think it's going to be like going forward? Do you think the Leafs are going to take out the big bad Oil, or do you think Edmonton's going to come out hard and thrash the Leafs? Are you on my side or Woody's side? Give me a vote. Anyway, let us know. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it to your friends so they can see, and we can let this community of ours grow a little. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to get more shit from us, you need to fucking do it, or else you're not going to know when we're posting videos. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. You have a great fucking day. Peace.